Good afternoon, everybody. Pigskin Pete here. Happy Monday to everybody. Another great weekend of college football. What I want to talk about today, though, is something that you don't see me talk about a lot, and there's a reason for it. I'm going to explain the reason I don't ever talk about it, and this probably be the last video I make this season, even related to it, at least till week 8. But before I get into this subject I want to talk about, I do want to mention, over at howardsrock.net, I'm doing a promotion for the entire month of September. So now until the 1st of October, I just put a link in the description. You use that link, and you're going to get a 30 free day trial to all of the content on howardsrock.net and, of course, FanProd. So if you're a Clemson fan, or maybe just a hardcore college football fan, or maybe just a Pigskin Pete fan, if that's even possible, go over there and click and get your 30-day free trial and see what we got going on over there. And we are adding more and more features to those sites, people, and just making it better and better as the year goes on. So anyway, a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers in particular, and of course ESPN and everybody else, they love these polls. Polls, ranked, where you're ranked every week. The AP poll seems to be the one that everyone really cares about, right? For whatever reason. I don't know. There's a reason you don't see Pigskin Pete do polls. First of all, the only poll that would matter to me would be my own poll. So I don't know why anybody else would care about my poll, because I don't give a crap about their polls. Their polls mean nothing to me. The AP poll means nothing to me. The coach's poll means nothing to me. There's only one poll other than my own that matters in this universe. The college football playoff poll, which doesn't come out till week 9. But anyway, everyone gets hung up on these polls. And I'm going to show you why you can take a dump and wipe your arse with the AP poll, as far as I'm concerned. Now look, you don't ever see me running around screaming and beating my chest how Clemson's number 1 in the country. Clemson's number 1. They're ranked number 1. They're ranked number 1. Because I don't care. They could be ranked 5. Wouldn't make me feel any different. As long as they're in that top 4 come college football playoff time. That's it. That's all that matters. So let's look at the meaningless and ridiculous AP poll right now. Let's take a look at it. All right, so this is obviously, as you can see here, is the ESPN site. There you have it. Clemson number 1. Alabama number 2, Georgia number 3. First of all, I'd put LSU ahead of Georgia right now. They got a more impressive win, and that's all there is to it. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Still doesn't matter. Just like I said before, you can have them in any order you want. Oklahoma 5, whatever. Sure. Ohio State 6, yeah, I guess. Notre Dame 7, sure, they're undefeated, right? Auburn 8, yeah, they have a good win. They have a good win against Oregon. I'm actually surprised they didn't beat Tulane a little bit more, by more than they did. But whatever, fine. Now here, look. See, this is the problem with the polls right here. Number 9 and number 10. Have these people watched college football games this year? This is the most ridiculous. This is what I'm talking about. So, Florida starts the season at number 8 for some ungodly reason. And here's the other problem with the polls, is they start ranking people before they've ever played a football game. And then so they play off of that first ranking for the rest of the year. I've seen Florida play 2 games now. They're not that good. They're certainly not a top 10 team. There's no way that anybody can convince me any different. They're a fringe top 25 team. Fringe top 20 at best. At best. They rode the struggle bus and got really outplayed by Miami week 1. Miami's no good. We know that now. We've seen Miami play 2 games, and they're not good. So Florida blows out a nobody last week, so they go back into the top 10. Of course, now Florida will go playing in their SEC schedule, and they'll get credit for whoever they beat in the SEC just because they're in the SEC. But meanwhile, they're struggling against teams that aren't in the SEC. This is another reason I don't like the polls. If Missouri beats South Carolina, they get more credit than if they beat a non-conference team for some reason, even though South Carolina is terrible. And even though they lost to Wyoming. So, to the pollsters, the SEC losses don't matter out of conference, but their wins, they give them a bunch of credit for beating an SEC team, but they don't knock them out for losing to a nobody. This is another reason why I don't like the polls. Number 10, Michigan. How many people vote in the AP poll? I would like to know that. Because half of them need to be slapped in the face for this. Michigan, number 10. And don't come on here and tell me, well, Army's a good team. There's not a single player that plays for Army that would get a scholarship offer to Michigan. Not a single one. Michigan's not very good, folks. And I don't know why this is a surprise to people. Why do they get continually hyped up and overranked every single season? Every single season. Michigan might be the fourth or fifth best team in the Big Ten. Might. Maryland's better. Ohio State's definitely better. I wouldn't be surprised if Nebraska was better. I don't, maybe Michigan State. I don't know enough about them right now. But here's my point: how you top 10? You went to overtime with Army, and that's just this year. 3 games ago, you got ran off the field by Florida, and the week before that, you lost to Ohio State for the 4th time in a row. I don't understand. Anyway, so this is my point. Let's see. I don't know what we're going to keep going down here or whatever. Texas better than Michigan. Sorry, I know they lost to who I consider to probably be the 3rd best team in the country right now is LSU. They're better than Michigan. Better than Florida too. Way better. Anyway. Yeah. So, and then, I'm going to lose my mind if I keep reading this list. This is the reason I just don't care about the list, guys. You guys can run around and say, well, we have this many teams in the top 10 or a top 25 or hey, we're a top 10 team. No, you're not. No, you're not. According to who? And not according to me. I promise you. Not according to me. You can run around and say it all you want. Doesn't make it true. And, This will all correct itself. This will all correct itself because it won't matter. How the hell do we get out of here? Anyway, there you guys have it. So I didn't even bother trying to make the Pigskin Peete poll because it's about as meaningless as the one we just looked at. But here's what I will do. For the poll that really matters, the one that comes out on week 9, the college football playoff poll, I will do a prediction for that, before that happens. But for now, you guys can sit here and talk about who's ranked where till the cows come home, and I'll sit back and laugh at you, and I'll laugh at your stupid polls that you put on YouTube too. They're just about as meaningless as the one we just looked at. They're all meaningless. So have fun with that. Have fun wasting your time with your meaningless polls. Pigskin Peete checking out.